Make sure you have one of the following ready.
1. A pen and a piece of paper.
2. An open notepad application on your mobile phone.
3. An open Microsoft Office file, Word, Excel, or PowerPoint.
Welcome back, IELTS test takers. Today we are tackling one of the trickiest question types in the IELTS listening module, Flow-Chart Completion.
Introduction and core strategies.
What is a flowchart completion question?
Flow-chart completion is a task tracking a process, steps, or a sequence of events.
It uses boxes, arrows, or steps pointing in a clear direction.
It requires filling in missing words from the audio.
It tests your ability to follow chronological or logical order.
It often appears in Section 2 or Section 3 of the test.
What is the challenge?
The audio moves fast.
Speakers use heavy synonyms, and
if you lose your place, it is incredibly difficult to get back on track.
to give you the ultimate preparation.
This video contains a complete 40-question practice test split into 4 parts, focusing entirely on flowcharts.
By the end of this masterclass, you will have the confidence to score a perfect band 9 on these questions.
Let's look at the core strategies you need to win.
Point 1. Analyze the word limit. Always check instructions like no more than 2 words and/or a number. Going over means an automatic 0.
Point 2. Predict the content. Look at the gaps. Is the missing word a noun, verb, adjective, or number? Anticipate the part of speech.
Point 3. Follow the directional arrows. Flowcharts are visual maps. Arrows tell you exactly where the speaker is heading. Use headings as anchors.
Point 4. Listen for signposting words. Speakers use transition markers like first, subsequently, after moving past, and concurrently to signal the next step.
Equipment and answer sheet setup. 1. Before beginning, configure your answer sheet to match the provided sample. 2. Responses may be recorded in a notebook, on paper, or within a spreadsheet. 3. Please ensure all writing materials or software files are ready before starting.
You are about to hear 4 distinct sections, totaling 40 questions. Treat this like the real exam. The answer key and explanations will be waiting for you at the very end of the video. Let's jump straight into part 1.
Instructions. Questions 1 to 10. Complete the flowchart below. Write no more than 2 words and/or a number for each answer.
Audio, Part 1. Speaker, Ms. Maddie. Context. A monologue by Ms. Maddie, a volunteer coordinator, explaining how to apply for a hospital program.
You will hear a monologue by Ms. Maddie, a volunteer coordinator, explaining how to apply for a hospital program. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 10. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 10.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maddie, and I am the volunteer coordinator here at City Central Hospital. Thank you for expressing interest in joining our volunteer program. Today, I'll walk you through our 5-step intake process so you know exactly what to expect. First, you must visit our official portal and submit the initial online application form with your personal details. Right after you hit submit, the next step is immediate tracking. You will receive an automated email confirmation. Please open that email and use the enclosed link to download the orientation booklet. It contains critical information about our hospital layout. Once you have reviewed the booklet, you move to step 2, which requires you to book an appointment online for a face-to-face interview. The stage name for this on our portal is assessment phase. When you come to the hospital to attend this interview with a supervisor, remember to bring your filled-out reference forms. We require 2 signed letters from non-family members. After passing the interview, Step 3 is the mandatory occupational health screening. This step is labeled medical clearance on your checklist. During this stage, you must provide physical proof of immunization and complete a quick blood test if required by our medical staff. Next is Step 4, which involves background check validation. This part of the process is called security vetting. You will submit a request for a formal criminal record check. Please note that this processing takes around 3 weeks to complete, so do plan ahead. Finally, Step 5 is the induction seminar. On your timeline, this is marked as Welcome Day. You must attend this final session to receive your security ID badge and your official uniform. Once that is done, you are ready to start your first shift.
Part 2. Manufacturing Line Optimization Project. Instructions. You will hear a dialogue between a university professor, Dr. Rafi Mujahid, and his student named Maddie discussing an industrial project. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 20. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 20. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. Come in, Maddie. Let's review your proposal for the Manufacturing Line Optimization Project. You have broken this down into 5 distinct phases, which is excellent. Let's name each step clearly. What is your plan for Phase 1, the initial assessment?
Thank you, Dr. Rafi Mujahid. Call Phase 1 data logging. In this step, my main task is to calculate the baseline efficiency rates of the assembly line before we change anything.
Good. What follows that?
That leads to Phase 2, the diagnostic phase. I have named this step sensor deployment. To identify physical bottlenecks precisely, I will be installing digital trackers directly onto the machinery.
Brilliant. That will give you real-time analytics. Now, Phase 3 involves software simulation, correct?
Yes, I call this phase virtual modeling. Here, I will map the current factory floor layouts using advanced CAD software to run predictive stress tests.
Sounds robust. Then you move to Phase 4 for physical pilot testing. What's the title and focus there?
I've titled Phase 4 Floor Restructuring. We will physically rearrange some machinery in a controlled zone and evaluate the impact this has on overall transition times.
Perfect. And how do you close the loop in Phase 5 for final implementation?
The final phase is named Full Integration. We will roll out the successful changes across all working shifts and schedule regular feedback sessions with the line operators to ensure long-term adoption.
Part 3. Field Ecology Research Methodology. Instructions. You will hear a university tutorial discussion among 3 ecology researchers, Dr. Rafi Mujahid, Ms. Maddie, and Ms. Kainat. First, you will have some time to look at questions 21 to 30. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 30. Write no more than 2 words and/or a number for each answer. Okay team, let's finalize our step-by-step methodology for next week's Field Ecology Research Project. Kainat, can you outline Stage 1 for us?
Sure, Dr. Rafi Mujahid. Stage 1 is titled Grid Mapping. In this initial step, we will physically mark out a research zone measuring exactly 50 square meters using stakes and brightly colored twine.
Excellent. Once the grid is set, we move to Stage 2, which is the soil analysis. I suggest we name this step core sampling. We will extract deep core samples from 5 intersections and measure the exact moisture levels right there in the field using our portable probes.
That's vital data. Stage 3 is the botanical inventory. Let's label this step flora classification. We need to classify every single plant species within the grid and estimate the total canopy coverage percentage to understand sunlight penetration.
Don't forget the microfauna. What about stage 4, insect trapping?
We will call stage 4 specimen collection. We'll set up several pitfall traps at ground level. To get an accurate biodiversity count, we must leave them completely undisturbed for 48 hours before checking them.
Understood. Finally, stage 5 is data consolidation. Let's call it digital archiving. We will upload our raw field findings into the University Ecology database and use the built-in system to generate a comprehensive statistical report.
Excellent protocol, team. Let's stick to this plan.
Part 4. Corporate Cybersecurity Incident Response Plan. Instructions. You will hear a high-level corporate briefing involving 4 cybersecurity experts: Dr. Rafi Mujahid, Ms. Maddy, Mr. Saqif, and Ms. Kainat. First, you will have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40. Write no more than 3 words for each answer.
Thank you all for joining this emergency briefing. We need to formalize our corporate cybersecurity incident response plan. Let's clearly define the 5 action steps and their technical names. Saqif, what happens immediately when a detection event occurs?
The first step must be named network containment. The moment a threat is spotted, our security engineers will isolate all compromised servers and immediately sever the main internet connection to stop data exfiltration.
Once the threat is contained, we execute step 2, which is threat eradication. I think malware purging is the best term for this step. Our response team will deploy specialized tools to delete every single trace of discovered malicious code from the network architecture.
Perfect. That brings us to step 3, system restoration. We can title this step Clean Recovery. Here, we will completely rebuild our primary infrastructure components using verified, secure backups to avoid reinfection.
Excellent. Step 4 is vulnerability patching, which we should name hardening phase. During this step, we will update all system firewalls and apply immediate software updates to fix structural security flaws that allowed the breach in the first place.
Crucial step. And how do we conclude with step 5, the post-incident review?
We will title step 5 Forensic Reporting. We must draft an explicit, minute-by-minute emergency timeline of the entire incident and submit it directly to the Board of Directors within 72 hours of resolution.
This is a bulletproof framework. Let's get it published into our corporate policy manual.
Welcome back. How did you do? Let's check the SILAH answer key and unpack the traps that the examiners laid out for you. Notice how in every section, the flowchart step title, e.g., data logging, security vetting, was signaled by phrases like called, labeled as, or titled. Training your ear to catch these metadata phrases is the secret to never getting lost. If you made mistakes with spelling or went over the word count limit, write those errors down in an error log so you don't repeat them on test day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your total score out of 40 in the comments below.
See you in the next lesson, and good luck with your IELTS preparation.
उजड़ी बस्ती यारो नजरी आवे कंड कीती जद यारा